All right, have and have not fans, and let me just say this much. Again, I love the fact that you all go in the comment section and let me know your thoughts on video topics. There was one comment I got in the past 24 hours that I could not wait to do a video on. So keep in mind, this isn't going to be a top 10 video moment on this video because a top 10 list is coming for this. It's going to be called, top 10 most emotional moments on the haves and the have-nots. Even with all the lies, deception, adultery, homosexuality, religion, thievery, death, murder, drugs on the show, there is a lot of heart in some parts of the series. So I will say this much. I could not wait to do a video on this. So this is totally unscripted, but let me just say it this way. I'm going to label this as, emotional moment, have and have nots, or one of the most emotional moments. I want to say it this way. As soon as I saw that comment, there was one scene that came to mind in it. And again, please calm down. I just want to say there are plenty of emotional scenes in the haves and the have-nots that either made me, I don't really cry, I'm not a crier, but let me I'm not a crier, that's a good one. I mean, I don't really show my emotion, but in terms of like on the, you know how it is when you're in church and then the choir is just, either the choir is hitting that one song that relates to you, or the pastor's in the pulpit and then they have a word that just like strikes your heart because it's like you're talking directly to you, but you're not really a shouter. You're not really the one to jump up and scream and whatnot. But on the same token, it's like you can feel the Holy Spirit in you, but you don't really show it on the inside. That's literally how I am in life, just in general, because I'm really not one to show emotion. So when I'm watching the show, there are moments that hit me. And I will say, if I were to look back in the entire series, one of the first times that the haves and the have-nots really hit me to the core, and again, there are a lot of moments, so in the comment section below, you can tell me what moments are the most emotional to you. But for me personally, as soon as I saw that comment, the first thing I thought of was when Hannah was praying with David for Benny. That to me was one of the most powerful moments in the show, when it, even between when it first got started to now, mainly because I feel like that was one of the first times we saw the haves heart of stone being broken. Here's what I mean by that. Let's paint the scenario. This was during the time after Candace extorted, blackmailed $1 million. Oh, sorry about that. I'm jumping ahead of myself. $100,000 in the red sports car from Jim. David was like, hey, we got to get rid of this girl. You're running for governor. We can't have this little girl running around trying to blackmail you. So what we're going to do, he actually didn't tell Jim this. He had drugs planted in the red sports car. Unbeknownst to him, Benny borrowed the car to go on a date from, Darcy, the nice girl from church that Hannah was trying to hook him up with. Got arrested by the detective that David set up. And from there, went on to be in jail. And then David was like, maybe it's not so bad after all. After that, Hannah's running around with a chicken with her head cut off because she doesn't know what to do. She doesn't have a lawyer. She's trying to figure out how to, get Benny out of jail. And then she was calling David on his work number a lot, but then eventually went down to the office, waited outside of his office for like 4 hours because he was in court, and then talked with him about Benny. And the sad part is, like, she's being played by the very guy she's hoping will help her out, and that's the sad part. So when she prayed about, does he have any blankets or anything like that? It's cold in there. And then he's like, I'll make sure he's taken care of. And then she just like, can I pray? And when she was praying, when David broke down crying, I was like, this is a Tyler Perry show. It's like, it's just because it has the spirit in there in that moment when Hannah was like, look, I know you don't have to do it. I'm just very happy that you're helping me out because God just put you in my life to help. And then that broke David because it shows that he isn't completely, I guess you could say, dismissive of somebody that's a have-not like Hannah. So to me, and again, this isn't a long video, but I just wanted to say thank you so much again for commenting on the videos, because it gives me these ideas I never even thought of. I think the top 10 list are some of my new favorite videos to do, because I'll do a top 10 list, but then somebody in the comment section will say something and I'm just like, man, I didn't even think of that moment. That's awesome. So I just wanted to let you know that one of the videos I'm most looking forward to doing will be emotional moments, because there are a lot. So when I thought of emotional, I could not stop and think of anybody else but Hannah praying with David. So let me know in the comment section below. You don't have to list out every single one of your moments, but thinking back from season 1 to now, if you were to pinpoint one emotional moment that really tugged at your heartstrings, which one would it be and why? So again, please hit subscribe, because again, I don't want you to miss out when I do post a video within the next few days, and I'll talk to you all later.